Now in Maputo, the only thing that is quieter than the streets is the sound of no presidents coming. Basically, this is what Daniel Chapo's inauguration is going to be looking like. Daniel Chapo is not a liberation war fighter. He's the first candidate from the Frelimo party to have not fought in the liberation war. Now this guy is just being handed over the presidency, and now he has to work for it. Imagine if Daniel Chapo was a character in Games of Thrones, then he would be the one who claims the throne without ever stepping foot into the battlefield, just sitting back and letting everyone else do the fighting. Now we see at Daniel Chapo's inauguration, the only thing that will be more absent than the presidency is the sense of calm. And now in Mozambique, at last, there is now one thing that is more inflated than the Mozambique election results. That is the tension in Maputo right now. That's not a clip from today. That is before. That is during the campaign period, before he knew that there is going to be tension in the nation of Mozambique. Yes, he is dancing like somebody who didn't fight in the liberation struggle. Now, a few days ago, we saw in the nation of Mozambique, they would swear in members of parliament. Now these guys, look at what they did. They would swear in this guy. Yes, that guy is actually 85 years old. Imagine. So I think since no president is attending this inauguration, they did make this guy a member of parliament so that they can remind themselves what a president actually looks like. And here he will be saying, back in my days, we didn't go for election. All we did was just fight for independence and hoped for the best. Ladies and gentlemen, greetings, good people. What's up? What's happening? My name is Dr. Clarence and welcome back to TV7 Live, where we get to give you all the hottest and top trending topics, broadcasting live and direct from Zimbabwe, Africa. Enough respect to everybody who is watching us live right about now. To those watching us live, you can write your comments in the top chat or in the super chat. That's how I can get to see your names, so I can give you my shout out. Now the question is, what happens next in the nation of Mozambique? It seems no president no president is going to attend this inauguration in the nation of Mozambique. This is a big humiliation for the Frelimo party and Daniel Chapo. Now, guess what? There's only going to be one president attending this inauguration. Fortunately for Daniel Chapo, the president is Philip Nyusi, the outgoing president. Oh, and he will not be president when he attends this inauguration. So, yes, technically, there will be no president attending this inauguration. Like inaugurations, you know, the importance of an inauguration. Fellow president or president mate, what do they call each other? Fellow presidents should be there for each other. That is one event that no president should be sending a representative. A president should send a representative maybe when they wanted to meet a head or a CEO of a company, not another president. Now we are seeing the same boycott. The same boycott we would see in the SADC summit. Safa. Now this one is another boycott. Now these are grown-up men. Do we call it a boycott? It's a man-court. Now, the only thing that is going to be near a president that they're going to see at Daniel Chapo inauguration is this 85-year-old member of parliament. They would swear in. I think they already knew that no president is going to attend the inauguration. Big up to Teachman, Dempsey, Demfish watching us live. Ray Bush, everybody who's watching us live. Big up to everybody who's watching us live. To those watching us live, you can write your comments in the top chat or in the super chat. That's how I can get to see your names, so I can give you my shout out as we divulge the situation that is happening in the nation of Mozambique. Now, what is happening in Mozambique is what we can really call, this is like a political party. A political party in the sense of, you know, there is things like a birthday party, Christmas party. Now, this is more in that caliber of birthday parties, Christmas parties. This is what we can call a political party. And this political party, I think they're going to rig it after it is already done. How are they going to rig it? They're going to claim that this particular political party was a no presidents allowed political party. That's why you did not see any presidents there. It is because we didn't want any presidents. There were no presidents allowed. It was only kids celebrating. Remember, this our new president, Daniel Chapo, is a born free. He is not a liberation war hero. So we couldn't let senior presidents who went for the liberation struggle busy themselves with this political party. And we see here. Yes, now what we've got here happening in the nation of Mozambique is a real life political comedy where the main act is none other than the inauguration of President Daniel Chapo. Yes, in moments like this, it would seem like people thinking that Daniel Chapo is El Chapo. Or can we say Daniel Chapo is a modern day Robin Hood? Now this guy, instead of stealing from the rich, would steal votes from the poor. Yes, would steal votes from the poor. So he is left with nothing to give to the poor. He can give them their votes back. Instead, we would sadly see the Frelimo giving the voters bullets. It's not like the voters had fired bullets before. No, they just get bullets from the offset. No presidents allowed. I mean, who needs a full house when you have a ghost town? It's like a party where nobody shows up, except instead of pizza and cake, we have got tear gas and protest. I have seen more enthusiasm at a dentist's office waiting room than this presidential inauguration. And speaking of absence, let's remember this 85-year-old. Let us remember this 85-year-old once again, who we saw being sworn into parliament. At this point, I am convinced he is just there to remind everyone what a real president looks like. Yes, at least they need a president figure at the inauguration there. The stay-at-home protest. Yesterday, we saw opposition leader Venancio Mondlane would announce a stay-at-home protest. We saw him announce a stay-at-home protest, and everybody would basically be staying at home. And we saw empty streets in the nation of Mozambique. We saw empty streets in the nation of Mozambique. Yes, I don't know about you, but this sounds like my kind of protest. Stay home, eat snacks, and binge watch TV7 Live and Netflix while pretending to care about politics. Honestly, if they had offered popcorn and a good movie, I would join the protest for one day. Now, today is Chapo's big day. Should we call it a big day, or this is his small day? What do we call this day for Daniel Chapo? Is it game over? Will he walk into the presidency? Daniel Chapo stepping into the presidency amidst all this chaos. It's like walking into a family reunion where everyone is arguing and you are just there hoping someone brought dessert. Yes, jokes aside, this is what is happening in the nation of Mozambique. At least 300 people have died. And we are seeing an inauguration happening. Yes. It's like arriving at a scene where people are arguing and fighting and asking, has anybody brought dessert? Throwing a party in the midst of chaos. This is what we call a real life political party, a political parade of pandemonium is what we are witnessing in the nation of Mozambique. And let's not forget this. Chapo is the first president who didn't fight in the independence war. Talk about a new generation. He is probably thinking, I didn't sign up for this drama. I just wanted to be president. Of course, there is chaos, but it seems like this guy is one guy who is being handed over the presidency. Is he going to be a real president? Or he's going to be somebody's puppet? Like he's being handed over the presidency. This is what is happening there. Exactly what is happening. We would see the humanitarian crisis. This has reached the humanitarian crisis level. Meanwhile, we saw tropical cyclone Chido left millions affected. It's like nature said, oh, you think political unrest is bad? Hold my beer. But honestly, 3.3 million people are struggling to find food. It's time to get serious. The humanitarian response in Mozambique is underfunded, like trying to run a marathon with no training or water. So, here we are on January 15, 2025. Daniel Chapo's big day. But with no president attending and protests brewing outside like a bad pot of coffee. All right, apologies there. My network was playing up there. All right, yesterday we would see photos we would see posters by Venancio Mondlane urging his supporters to print posters of him. Is he planning to call on some impromptu happening that the Frelimo is not going to be prepared for? That is going to catch the Frelimo unaware. Only time will tell. So far, no president. I don't think any president will be attending this inauguration. Also because of security concerns. The only president that might attend just today, everybody, would be President Emerson Mnangagwa. Now, before I sign out, we come back to the nation of Zimbabwe. What do we see happening in Zimbabwe? We see this headline here. Hichilema boots Chivayo team out of the nation of Zambia. What did do happen there? Remember, the nation of Botswana is now preparing, the nation of Zambia, sorry, is preparing for elections. And we see President Hakainde Hichilema is cited to have booted out Wikineo Chivayo's team. We see this is today's Newsday cover page. We see Chivayo linked, fame booted out of Zambia. What happened here? What is happening here? Remember, we saw this same fame would print the ballot papers for another election recently held in the nation of, is it Namibia there? Yes, sir. Now we see here what happened there. Let me just dig in there to find out what did do happen there. The Electoral Commission of Zambia has cancelled a US 14 million tender awarded to Rainform CC South Africa, a company linked to controversial businessman with no value, for the printing and delivery of ballot papers and other materials for the 2026 general elections. Instead, ECZ has awarded contracts to Al Ghurair Printing and Publishing of the United Arab Emirates. The decision came after Rainform failed to comply with the requirements outlined in the solicitation document, prompting the ECZ to seek an alternative partner. Now it seems they had lowered the price a bit for the nation of Zambia there. Zimbabwe, they charged 40 million. 40 million, yes. Rainform, together with tenderpreneur Chivayo, allegedly obtained a 40 million tender from Zimbabwe Electoral Commission to supply electoral material for the 2023 election, inflating some invoices by up to 235%. The activists raised fears that allowing Rainform CC to supply election material would destabilize the region, as the company had worked with extortionists and conmen to supply electoral material in some other countries. Rainform was awarded a tender to print ballot papers in Namibia. Now we see there Zambia says nada to Rainform. Where next is Rainform going to get their next contract? With the money these guys have made so far, it's not like they can go broke. They have made the money just like that. Hit and not run. That is what it is. Hit and not run. Yes, hit and not run by definition. Enough respect to everybody who was watching us live right about now. Let me just check out to see. We see Tatman says we have two presidents here in Mozambique. Just watch and see who exactly is the owner of the throne. This is the end of ZANU and Frelimo. There is fire on the mountain today. Wait until the sunset. Mozambique. Game of Thrones. Something about to happen in the nation of Mozambique. Only time will tell what happens next in this game of thrones in the nation of Mozambique. Big up to Dempsey Demfish. Good morning, watching there from Gweru, Tanangurai Machaka, Bondia. There, how is it over there? Me, I don't know how to speak Portuguese. I just say yo. Okay. Likoya Makoka, morning. We're watching. Gentom, we're watching from Burkina Faso. How is it there in a Burkina Faso, the land of Ibrahim Traore? How is Mr. Ibrahim Traore doing there in the nation of Burkina Faso? Yes, just tell him somebody from the southern says greetings there in the nation of Burkina Faso. Ray Bushu there, enough respect. Tatman says this is a Hollywood movie, doctor. Just wait and see the end, if not later than today. What happens next if anything? Is anything going to happen? Peter Josiah says, yeah, that's true, Doc. Wishing Chapo more bad days to come. General Tombwe says, where is the 70% in the street? Andrew Nduza says, SADC countries have failed us as citizens of the Southern Africa. SADC, yay, my one. Peter Josiah says, where are the people who voted for him? We want to see them celebrating for him. Yeah. Actually, that is a very serious question there. Where are the people that did do vote for him? It seems that these people who voted for him have never shown up. Anyway, GSN Label says people of Mozambique voted Venancio Mondlane. Dumisan Chauke says power to the people. Felixo is out of the game. We are going to take over. No one can stop the power of the people. We are seeing our messages there coming. Imagine how bad this inauguration has turned out. Yes, it is so bad. It is so bad and so fake that even the Chinese are not attending. Even the Chinese are not attending this Venancio Mondlane inauguration. That's how bad this inauguration is. The Houdini of politics. Daniel Chapo is like a magician. Now you see him, now you don't. His political adventures. Like a great escape artist escaping from losing an election. How? This is like we're watching an episode of Survivor Political Edition, where we are seeing political kung fu, political martial arts. We're seeing political ninjas in the art of disappearing votes. Anyways, time will tell what happens next. With that, I sign out. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody who was watching us live right about now. Make sure you click the like button and subscribe if you have not yet already done so. Big up to Piri John, Dumisan Chauke, Andrew Nduruza, Pristo Josiah. Once again, with that, I sign out. Dr. Clarence is the name. TV7 Live is the channel. Broadcasting from Zimbabwe, Africa. As always, thank you for watching. Gracias, and I'm out. Piri John, Dumisan Chauke, Andrew Nduza, Pito Josiah, Jen Tombwe, GSN Lebo, Tichman, Likoya Makoka, Tanangurai Machaka, Ray Bushu, Damsi Dem Fish, Lenmo Aaron. Everybody, enough respect to you there.